Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share the start of a brand new project with you. If you've been following my art journaling series so far, you will know that in the final part 10 I mentioned a winter Wonderland art journaling series, and this is part of it. This is a sort of journal case which I've made, and this is part 1. And I wanted to basically just show you a bit more about how it was made, my thoughts behind it, and what to expect going forward. So this started out as just a simple sort of box, which is a magnetic close mechanism from, I believe I had sort of some perfume in here or something like that, and I thought, well, I want to still sort of use the box. So I will give you a very quick 360 of this, and I will talk you through my thoughts for it. So as I said, basically this is a sort of art journaling / junk journaling case to put my journal inside. So the first thing I did, and I really recommend this for anybody who is thinking of making sort of a case to put your journal into, particularly if you've got something that's quite fragile, it's got lots of different bits and pieces. Having something to keep it in is a really good idea. So as I said, this is a box to start with, and I started to look through all my craft bits and pieces to find different colours, different textures that I thought would work. So I came across some craft leaves. So these have been stuck down with some double-sided tape. This is a reproduction piece of artwork that I've done in watercolour and ink of a very famous pop art piece of artwork done by Roy Lichtenstein. If you know a little bit about pop art, you might have heard of him and you might have seen this piece of artwork. It's been reproduced many times, it's very popular. So I thought this would work, and then I started to see kind of a Alice in Wonderland thing coming through. So I had some of these letters from some old sort of card making bits and pieces, so I thought I'll put the word wonder down here. I've got a little sort of craft peg with a heart on, so again sort of thinking about, you know, painting the roses red and the Queen of Hearts, the clock from the White Rabbit, this kind of earthy Wonderland sort of mystical type thing. Of course I've put Wonderland, which I've written here. This is some material that I had, and again, I sort of keeping with the colour theme, I thought that would work. And as this is like a magnetic close, I wanted to really emphasise that, so I thought I'd try and make some sort of fancy straps for it. So this is just like some craft ribbony type stuff that I had no idea what I was going to use it for, and then suddenly I thought, this is the perfect project for it. So I stuck it down with glue, and as you can see, it opens up. A little bit of Velcro on there, and I had these little sort of belt fastener things, and I popped these on. I've made a little charm here. I'll bring it a bit close to the camera so you can see it. And these are just old charms. Top tip is if you've got any sort of old jewellery, anything like that that maybe is broken, keep hold of it, because you can use them to make charms. So that's kind of what this is, because this one here I believe was actually part of an old earring, so I kept it. As I said, these sort of old sort of charms and bits and pieces, I put them onto like a jump ring, attached them to this, and then I kind of just put these on here. This opens up. Now the inside isn't finished, bear with me. And as you can see, I used, to my dismay, PVA glue for this, and it's puckered, and I didn't think that was going to happen because the card was quite thick, so I've learnt from that. So when I make my next journal case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use double-sided tape because it will keep it much flatter. So even though I'm a little bit annoyed at how the inside of it's come out. The good thing is there's going to be a journal in here, so you won't really see this very much. But yeah, just to sort of show you a little bit around the inside of it. So yeah, that was kind of that. And as I said, these kind of clothes, I've got my artwork on here. Craft leaves. This is a clock that I drew. And on the back, again, more craft leaves. And this was just off of a box. And I just sort of cut it out. That's the other thing that I really, really recommend, is if you've got any magazines or packaging from anything, sort of keep an eye out for certain words or phrases that you might want to use for something. So yeah, and it's just a case of layering and sort of having a play and looking at what works where and what sort of draws your eye around. So the main thing that usually will stand out when you're making anything really, whether it's craft related or you're doing a piece of artwork, is the colour red will always draw your eye. So I wanted it in several places. We've got a little bit down here, a bit here and a bit here. So of course when your eye's drawn over here, you're then possibly going to follow down, and that's when you see the artwork. So I was kind of trying to think of that in terms of what's going to stand out more and what's going to work and what doesn't work. So yeah, as I said, this is the sort of starting point of my Winter Wonderland art journaling / junk journaling journey, part 1 this is. So I thought I'd just give you a little sort of tour on how this has been made. As I said, all of it's just kind of been arranged. I had a little while sort of thinking about how I wanted things to look, what looked right where. Then I took a photo of it so that when I took all of it off and started to stick things down, I knew exactly where to put things if I forgot. So that's another top tip, is that once you've arranged things and you like it, and then of course you've got to start to take things back off to stick them down again, take a photo before you remove them. That way you can refer to that just to double check that you've put everything in the right place once you stick it down. So I hope you've enjoyed it and it's given you some ideas for some craft related things you might want to make. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. And I really love to kind of find out more about what you really like on my channel. If there's a particular series that you've really enjoyed, if you've got any ideas or suggestions, do let me know. And I will see you soon for part 2 and lots of other things to come. Thanks very much, guys. I will see you soon.